You're from Karachi, right? Or
Our natural environment is like a life support system. The oceans, glaciers, and waterways, the air we breathe, the land we use for food and resources, and the flora and fauna that form the intricate web of life. Life would not be possible without all of these things existing in harmony. Everything we do at home, at work, and everywhere in between impacts on our environment. Consumers and organizations at all levels are increasingly aware of their environmental impact, so having a good environmental record can give a business a considerable advantage in the modern marketplace. Yet despite the momentum towards more sustainable economies, we are still using resources and producing waste faster than the environment can handle.
Hi viewers, I'm with the respectable and honorable guest MD Nazrul Islam from Bangladesh. He is a TEDx and transformational speaker, creative thinking, innovation and development. He is a founder at Wake Up Bangladesh Rise and Shine, General Secretary at English Language Club, Bangladesh Bank ELC and BB. He is a joint director at Bangladesh Bank, the Central Bank of Bangladesh. So, Nazrul Islam, you have a very variety in yourself. Please share your experience with us. How do you overcome these all things, and how you are influencing the world? Please share your experience with us.
thank you so much. Thank you. I'm so glad to join with you today at your show, and thank you for inviting me at the very prestigious live show. And this is my honor, really, to share my experience and to have some discussion with you. As a first of all, Alhamdulillah, I always pray to my Almighty. That is, yes, Almighty has given me the courage to be here, to be at this stage. So, as you introduced me, definitely nothing more to talk about that, about my introduction. But I'd like to introduce in such a way that, yes, I was born in a rural village, and you know that rural village, there is no electricity, there is no education system, and in every step, I work hard. I achievement, and I achieve next step, and I got that success, and I set the higher target, and I achieved that. In this way, actually, I overcome a lot of hurdles in my life, and today I have reached in a stage that inspired me to do more works. In this way, actually, I have expanded. I I was not a good student. I was not a good student, and even I didn't have the much education in early life. I lost my mother in very early life, and I had no brother. I lost my father even when I was in class 9, and my stepmother helped me to grow, helped me to study from his very needy family. So that hurdles actually push me to work hard more, to to work hard more, and to achieve more, and give me some kind of desire. It is very strong desire, and that strong desire actually helped me to come over here to inspire more people, to tell the story of my situation, my background to other people, and those who are living, those who are always fear their status, fear their financial condition, fear their ability, or sometimes they fear that I am not able, I'm not capable. So I have got that kind of sources that that help me to inspire people. That yes, if you have, because Creator has given a gift. Creator has given a gift that is your brain, your mind. So whatever you wish, whatever you want to do, you can do it. That is my source of inspiration. That is my source of um, the thought I am spreading to the world, to my community, to my organization. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. So to become a TEDx speaker is really an honorable for any person. So once you have any idea and worth
Yeah.
spreading idea actually, so you will be able to become on the TEDx and you will be able to, they call you and then uh, uh, bring into their platform, and it is really an honorable thing that you are a TEDx speaker actually.
Yeah.
So, will you please share some experience of the TEDx speaking?
Yeah. That's great experience. I during my service, I have got experience from the service before going to study higher study in Bangkok in 2014. Then I worked for Bangladesh Bank for near about 6 and 7, 11 years. And then I went to the AIT for studying professional masters in banking and finance. So there, actually, I got a very good insight about our total financial system. That is, I studied there some growth model. That is how growth model help, because how an economy can achieve the higher growth, because sometimes at one point we see that the economy is not growing, that economic factor, everything is similar, people, land and building, and everything is equal, but what else is lacking behind, what can give impetus to the economic developments. So Robert Solow has given a model, the Solow model. He was awarded Nobel laureate, I think 60, around 60s. And we started that. And how actually play the role of innovation. Innovation, because innovation, when he shows that in his model, that if an economy uh, does better in innovation, then that economy will achieve the higher growth. So only innovation, creative thinking. So innovation is supported by creative thinking, creative thinking, and innovation and developments. So creative thinking is a very important part, that is not only from an innovator, but also it is very essential for the banking community or even the policymaker. That is my main idea, was that, that is, I submitted that idea to the TEDx Khulna University, and I submitted that idea in 2018, and they select this idea. They selected this idea that yes, so policymaker this needs creativity, creative thinking, because the innovation cannot happen individually. The key, because innovation needs some policy support. Innovation needs some entrepreneurs, creative entrepreneurs. Innovation needs some government very incubation support. So, and the most importantly, innovation needs some innovator. The those who are very much exclusively think about the product or service. It's a new product and new service. So this kind of channel, at the top, I presented there that at the top, the policymaker played the very great role in innovation. And one great policy can explore that kind of innovation cycle, and the policy support and the incubation that is needed for that. And yeah, they selected on it, and definitely I presented there, and I was so honored that to present there, and definitely that helped me to grow even. That was my one of the great speech I gave there. Yeah.
Uh, Nazrul Islam, basically, I am also graduated, oh, sorry, MPhil in Science, Technology, and Innovation Policy. Uh,
Okay.
uh, there are three pillars of innovation system of any country, which is
Yep.
government, industries, and the third one is basically the universities, I think. So
Yep.
these are the pillars of any country's innovation system. Their proper mutual understanding and synchronization make the country helps to leapfrog, and it jumps and it runs on the track of the development actually,
Yep. Yep.
right?
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
you yeah. So a very interesting thing. What do you think are the economic indicators to grow any country? What are the economic indicators in your views?
Yeah, economic indicator. One of the as I mentioned that as per Solo model shows that the economy are more innovative. Innovation is there, so that country will grow faster. That is the innovative innovation. Actually, the promotes the growth. Very
Yeah,
productivity. For example, the
basic.
productivity.
Yeah,
Productivity.
exactly. The
Yeah.
basic indicator is the innovation,
Yeah.
and of course the linkages between these three pillars, government, universities, and
Yeah.
industries.
Yeah.
This helps us a lot because once you produce a good students, then they
Mhm.
will go to the industries, and then industries
Exactly.
will grow, and once the industries grows, then the country grows.
Yeah.
So
Exactly.
innovation part is automation, and innovation is very important to adopt, and technology, of course,
Yeah.
and on development of any country actually depends upon its science and technology policy.
Exactly.
So as
Exactly.
much as your science, technology, and innovation policy will be strong, and the country and other departments and other stakeholders will adopt these policy, then country grows. You are
Yeah.
exactly
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
Exactly.
So,
Absolutely.
what do you suggest to the new nation or young generations that how should they adopt these things that you actually adopted and you grows?
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, that's the innovation as it is a very combined product that is not one end because, for example, I cannot produce, if I have one idea that I want to produce one product, for example, the pen. I want to produce this one, but it will depend on many aspects. It will depend on even entrepreneur because I'm the thinker. I'm thinking about a new product, but I need an entrepreneur, those who will finance. Okay, only entrepreneur will not cannot finance on this. and they need also banking support, financial support from banks. So banker needs actually the very good intuition to finance on this product. Okay, and what about the, because banker, if a banker are not innovative, they will not identify this service. And if they are not allowed to finance on a new venture or new product, because if there is some regulatory barrier, so where the central bank has the greater role in this regard. So this actually works in a channel, that is all channels need to work towards that. That is the major challenge in every country we face. Okay, so it's a combined effort from the regulatory body to a, an innovative thinker. So that's why, so all channels, all the parties needs to have some a specific skills. A specific skills is the creative thinking skills. The creative thinking skills is kind of thinking outside the box, thinking outside the box, or developing ideas, or something need to identify, that is what is actually very important. For example, this concepts, this model, even this model is very green to many of the um, stakeholders, right? So if they don't know about this, so definitely what will happen, they will not invest, they will not focus. So students, most of the cases, what we in our country, in our society, what we see, they focus only the job markets, they want to go to job markets, but they are not focusing on the thinking part. The thinking is very important part, and thinking outside the box and developing, because it needs culture even, because innovative culture, whether innovative culture is available. For example, in education system, a is education system, in education system, if there is no innovative education system, so definitely the students will not grow in that way. They will not flourish in their thinking even, and they will not focus there, and they will always focus on getting jobs or something, doing traditional thing. They will not focus on country growth, or which is very important, which is very important for an economy, for a country. There's an unemployment problem, for example. So in our country we have the huge problem, unemployment problem. In every country we have, but how this problem can be solved? Only this problem can be solved by developing entrepreneurship, by developing product, or by developing diversified service. So without thinking, and only not thinking, it takes some passion, it takes some persistence. Persistence is needed. Sometimes we see that one has started, but after starting, or after getting some struggle, they quit their jobs. So what happens when they don't get support from anywhere? They don't get support from banks. They don't get support from entrepreneurship. So entrepreneurs need that kind of mindset, or innovative mindset. Bankers need that innovative mindsets. Even the policymaker, those who are preparing the policy, they need to focus on that. That yes, how a project, how a new project can come up, and how this can be nurtured, and how this can be grow. So and even a struggle is there. So most of the cases, what happens, traditional banking, in traditional banking system, as I'm a banker, a central banker, I know that traditional banker system, they don't want to take the risk. But innovative innovation, for innovation, there is no other way. If one don't take risk, so no innovation can happen. The every innovation, there is always risk, and definitely the entrepreneur, those who will innovate, those who will those who will just focus on new product, that is the innovator. So they need their because they need to go to for risk. They have to take the risk, and they have to work on it very continuously without because they will fail sometimes. For example, if I can give an example of Edison. You have heard the Edison, the Thomas Alva Edison. Thomas Alva Edison, he has the highest record still, as a more than 40 patent in his name. Yes, so he developed different kinds of products, and he failed more than 10,000 times in developing a bulb, electric bulb. You know, that 10,000 times. So after 10,000 times failure, he discovered, he invented electric bulb. So how he passionate was, and I read his story in Think and Grow Rich books. Napoleon Hill mentioned about him, and he worked with Thomas Alva Edison, and he mentioned that, yes. So I read the history of Thomas Alva Edison. I saw that he was the number one, still now number one, and he is recorded that more than 40 patent in his names. Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. And we only know that he invented the bulb only, but 40 patents are
Yeah.
there. The country basically more patents if the country has, then more it is called the developed countries actually. So unfortunately, the Asian countries have less patents, and they are not counted in the developed countries
Yep.
actually. So we have to focus on the innovation and creativity, and so that we can create prototypes, and that prototype should be tested, and tested after that testing that should be produced. Of course, these are the developing steps of any country.
Yep.
So, and of course, banking sector is very important. That once someone create a prototype, then he definitely would need finance. And from banking sector, it is also to verify that this prototype is correct or not. So if
Yeah.
they because banking sector think to invest on them, so so that they can generate revenue, rather than once they provide the loan to the entrepreneur, and they got the bankrupt
Yeah.
because of non-thinking of the innovative thinking,
Yeah.
lack of
Yeah.
innovative thinking. So
Yeah.
am I got right that you
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
actually,
Absolutely. Absolutely. You're absolutely right.
yeah.
So that's the problem.
So
That's the problem, because the flow of innovator is very
yeah,
essential, and
yeah,
as well as the identification, properly identification of that innovator is
yeah.
important. Otherwise, that will not match
It's
together.
a huge responsibility from the banking side, because you are
Yeah.
giving him a loan, and a huge loan, of course, and
Yeah.
to understand that prototype, and it's going to be patent in the future, is very
Mhm.
responsible job, I think.
Yeah.
And you
Absolutely.
are a part of you are playing your role.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised that you are really a talented person, and you have a huge responsibility in your on your shoulders once you
Yeah.
identify the prototype. Yeah, so that's great. I'm amazed that you are actually like mine, like me. I am actually learned science, technology, and innovation policy. So I have learned all these things: that what is the prototype, what
Mhm.
is the entrepreneurship, what is the creativity, and how economic indicator works actually and how they should work. So really you are doing the same thing as I have done in my MPhil program.
Okay, okay,
So
great,
really
great.
impressive. And I learned that every country, of course, depends upon the its science, technology, innovation policies, and
Yeah,
thinking out of the box. Yes, of course.
yeah,
What would you like to say finally to our audience? What would you like to advise them? Because today's youngster is not on his way. He is
yeah,
not able to find his actual path, that what he should do in this crisis situation, in this pandemic situation, how he should survive. So what would you
yeah.
advise to our youngster?
Yeah, that's very nice question and observation. Definitely, I would suggest that as you mentioned that in our subcontinent, that is we lags behind our very important skills, that is for growth and development. We need to focus on that first of all. Most of the cases what happens that as I worked for a long time, that is I'm not working as an innovator. Okay, I cannot play a great role in, because I'm not in a leading position. I cannot make a policy because I have no control. So what I can do as a person, as a resource person, as a speaker, why I became as a speaker, why I'm speaking in front of the audience, are there's a person is I feel that the masses needs to go to the every corner. There's a very important masses. And the most important thing, everybody always follow the traditional. That is, yes, I will not go beyond that. I will just, I have these rules and regulations. I will not focus any other ways. But that is the contradict of innovation. That is a contradict of thinking outside the box. So from that perspective, I think that we need to focus on the skill sets. What what is very important is skill sets. We need to develop that. And the most important skill sets I have found that to inspire people, because okay, one innovator, he's working from his own. That is, yes, I'm trying to produce something, but an inspire can inspire the whole nation, can inspire the whole the student society, can inspire the whole policymakers, because inspiration for developing those kind of skills is very important. So
Yeah, exactly.
I always
Yeah.
focus that yes, students, those who can self inspire, those who can self inspire to be an innovator, or inspired to do better or to achieve the skill sets which inspire the, and most importantly, if they can, that yes, if they can inspire others, if they can achieve that skill to inspire others, that will be incredible. That will be incredible. And that skills is, it takes time, it takes time. And it's a sometimes, because sometimes one person can influence the whole nation, sometimes the one leader. So everybody should
Yes,
try to
we
achieve
have
that.
we have the example of Edison, we have the example of
Yeah.
Steve Jobs, we have the example of Bill Gates, we have the example of Elon Musk. They all did their work from a single room, and this pandemic situation provided this opportunity to everyone. So
Yeah.
uh, mm, the world should be more innovative in these pandemic situation, and I think and it will be seen after decade, that what have we achieved in this pandemic situation, and the person who actually put it as an opportunity will create many things. I think that era will tell us after 1 decade.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely,
So
absolutely.
I'm really thankful to Nazrul Islam that you came into my show and you share your experience, and of course you guided us a lot. Means we learn a lot from your experience. you
Thank you.
you
Thank
you
you
are,
so
you
much.
are like you are like a book for us. Means many book for us that you came into my show and you share your experience. We read actually many books from you in this 30
Thank
minutes.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you
Very
so
glad
much.
to be with you, and definitely it's my pleasure to
Yeah,
join your show. And thank you for your invitation, and thank you, audience. That is
yeah,
those who are listening, and definitely please pray for me and for my journey.
yeah, yeah,
Yes,
sure. Thank you so much. Allah
thank you.
Hafiz.
Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.